Hey everyone, welcome back to QA and Dev Tips. If you use AI coding assistants like Cursor, RuCode or GitHub Copilot in your IDE, you have probably run into the issue where the AI gives you generic or incomplete test scripts. Today we are fixing that permanently with Context7 MCP, which is a free model context protocol server that pulls live documentation straight into your AI editor. So here I have my IDE, the VS Code open with my Copilot assistant. So I will walk through a session where I can show you how the script quality changes once I used the Context7 MCP. So in the VS Code I have this GitHub Copilot chat, and I have the recorded conversation here, and you can see. So let's start with a quick demo using a real login page using the expand testing demo site. So first we ask the standard AI. This is without using the Context7. So I started the prompt saying write a Playwright login test for a user authentication form. So and then what Copilot did was it inspected the existing files and all the Playwright configuration. It identified the test folder and then created this login-auth spec, which is the Playwright test. And you can see here the quality of this test. Let's examine this test. This is without Context7 MCP. So you can notice how the generated script uses all the get by label, get by role, all the locators. Those are fine, but these are used immediately. These get by role, get by label immediately starts typing into the input, as you can see here, without verifying if the form elements are fully visible and ready for interaction. While it works for a simple case, it lacks strict locator options and pre-interaction checks. Now, I went ahead and enabled this Context7 MCP. So this is where you add it in your IDE, your MCP configuration file, the mcp.json, and you add this Context7 configuration. I will leave this in the description also. So paste this and then you start it. It should start automatically, but anyway I'm starting it. So its Context7 is running. So let us prompt the Copilot again. So at the end of the previous conversation I continued. After enabling the Context7, I explicitly said use the library to write a login test with strict locators and web first assertions. And then when I said that, it updated the script, but then when I asked what MCP did you use for this, it said I did not use any MCP tool for this change. But then I had to explicitly tell it to use the Context7 MCP tool. So I said use the Context7 MCP tool to resolve the library ID for Playwright and query its documentation before writing this test script. So I'm using, then the Copilot went ahead and did all the requested documentation. So we explicitly instructed the assistant to use the Context7 MCP. So it pulled the live Playwright documentation. So in Context7 instantly kicked in, it queried the official Playwright documentation. So you can see here, so it resolved the MCP here, and then it queried the MCP server, the Context7, and then it outputted what it found in the documentation. So you can see as I reduce the font size, so you can see better. So here you can see how it verified. It went to the official Playwright documentation and then followed the best practices there and all those things. It queried a lot of official documentation here, and where it read all the good practices of how to use a proper way to apply the rules, the best practice to write the script and all that. And finally, that in other words, it took all the guidance and all the recommended pattern. So it already doing these things use role locators and all those things. So it reviewed and updated the script. So this is what it did. So you can see a noticeable difference here. So it says it updated the script. So now let's compare the before and after. So before, as I said, it generated a script that goes into these forms without making sure the label is there, visible, or the button is visible. It immediately clicked, it immediately filled. Although Playwright has a built-in wait, implicit wait, auto wait built in, still this is not that robust. So let's see the after script. So you can see here the same username, password, and it used the clean locator variables here. Previously it was just using the get by label username and all those things, but after, you can see how it uses these variables to store this elements there. So all the locators, so they are stored in clean locator variables, and it used the explicit asserts, the to be visible asserts. So it makes sure that the heading is visible, the username input is visible, the password input is visible before filling them out. So once it made sure they are actually visible, so it filled in, and that's how it updated the script. So this makes the automation script much more reliable and resilient against the UI race conditions. So all those UI race conditions no longer can break the script. So this script is more reliable. So setting this up in VS Code takes less than 2 minutes, and it costs nothing. This is a free MCP server, and of course you have to use the tokens for your AI. But this MCP server, all you need to do is add this configuration, and that's it. So open your MCP settings file and then add it under your list of servers list, as I have done here. So once you save this file and reload your VS Code, run this, or based on your IDE, you can restart your IDE or reload your own IntelliJ or other IDE that you use. And then when you start using the Playwright, the AI uses the Context7 to pull the live docs for any frameworks, whether it is Next.js, Pydantic, or Playwright, by just referencing the library in your prompt. And you might wonder why we need Context7 if AI models like Claude or GPT are already so smart. But even the smartest models have a fixed knowledge cutoff date. So when a library releases breaking changes or a new API released today, API cannot see them. Without live docs, AI models tend to guess parameter names when working with complex edge cases. So they might use outdated things, but the Context7 gives the AI an open book exam. So you can see here, so it goes to the live documentation, the exact documentation page. So it prevents any hallucinations and allow you to pin specific library versions, so your test scripts match your exact framework setup. So you can see here how it queried the documentation. So if this guide helped you make your AI coding more reliable, hit the like button and subscribe to QA and Dev Tips for more automation and developers tutorials. Drop a comment below with your favorite MCP tools, and I will see you in the next video.